Hello and welcome to this session, focusing on the opportunities we have in Derby. I'm Councillor Matthew Holmes, Deputy Leader of Derby City Council. My portfolio includes regeneration, inward investment, strategic planning and transport. As many of you will already know, the City of Derby is World HQ of Rolls-Royce Civil Aerospace and Nuclear Divisions, as well as the UK HQ of Bombardier and Toyota Manufacturing. This is supplemented by hundreds of SMEs in the supply chain. We're a city with innovation, research and advanced manufacturing right at our heart, and we're delighted to be collaborating with our friends at the Midlands Engine on this Forum for Growth. Now, I was scheduled to lead our team at MIPIM in Cannes this year and hope to do again in the future, but I welcome this online innovation that helps keep the flag flying for our region's profile during the ongoing COVID pandemic. Our pitch to you today will include a brief film, which will be followed by a presentation from Derby City Council's Chief Executive, Paul Simpson. Paul will offer our strategic approach, our investment pipeline and future opportunities. He will also outline how we quickly established a recovery task force as the pandemic impacted on the UK and our city earlier this year, and how we brought together our partners from the public and private sectors. The focus was to define our roadmap to recovery. COVID is a challenge that has struck at the heart of the City Council. It's a health emergency coupled with an economic one. Lives and livelihoods are all being impacted. Despite that impact, it was important for us to maintain the investments already underway and to have shovel-ready asks for government, along with reviewing and redefining our future priorities where needed. And to make our ambitions and plans easier to understand, we've pulled together an investment prospectus. The prospectus lists 17 schemes, 1.2 billion of investment opportunities, creating 8,000 jobs. And I want to show you a brief film that highlights these schemes, with Paul then following up with more detail. Now, I want to be clear, despite the immense challenges and change that COVID has forced upon us all, Derby City's message is one of ambition rooted in reality, and most importantly, that Derby delivers a return on your investment. COVID will not stop us. It has made us even more determined to deliver and help facilitate investment and economic success. So please take a look at the film. Paul's overview will follow, and please get in touch via our inward investment agency Marketing Derby to talk about these or any other ideas you have. Thank you very much for your time.
Hello, I do hope you enjoyed the film, and thanks to Matt for introducing this session. I'm Paul Simpson, Chief Exec of Derby City Council, and I want you to see that our authority and our partners stand shoulder to shoulder behind the ambitions laid out in the investment prospectus. As Matt said, Derby has an economy that has evolved over hundreds of years into being one of the world's most preeminent cities for advanced manufacturing. Yes, we are home to world-leading names such as Rolls-Royce, Bombardier, Toyota and JCB on our doorstep. But our SME community is incredibly innovative. As you can imagine, they have to be in that context. To attract and retain these companies, we have to ensure our workforce is talented and nimble. The fact that salaries in Derby are the highest of any city outside of London is testament to that fact. Of course, I must say a word about Rolls-Royce, as you will be aware of the challenges they face as aviation has suffered during the COVID pandemic. In Derby, Rolls-Royce employ over 14,000 people in various divisions: civil aerospace, defence and nuclear. The latter is protected and in growth, but the former is under pressure and reducing headcount globally, including here in Derby. This, of course, is really serious and we are not complacent. But as a reassurance to you, even in the worst case scenario, Rolls-Royce will still employ over 10,000 well-paid, talented people in Derby when the pandemic is behind us. However, we also recognise that whatever plans we had before COVID, they needed to be rethought through and beyond this pandemic. And our approach can be summed up in 3 words: restart, revive and renew. As Matt said, we set up our Economic Recovery Task Force as early as April, and it has met every 2 weeks since then. Its membership is made up of senior board-level representatives from our public and private sector partners, including the 3 global OEMs talked of already. We adopted a strategy with 3 key ambitions: to maintain confidence, diversify our economy, and to decarbonise. Our first priority was to protect our existing pipeline to ensure projects already underway were able to start up again after the spring lockdown. These included our major residential schemes in Castlewood and the Nightingale Quarter, between them delivering 1,600 new city centre homes. I'm delighted to say that both are on site as I speak. We then wanted to bring forward our key city centre regeneration ambitions, the most significant of which is the St James's Securities and the D2N2 Local Enterprise Partnership development at Beckettwell, and the City Council is also a major player within that development. This will deliver 259 high-quality city living apartments and a 3,500-seater performance venue, completely transforming that part of the city. At the same time, we will move forward on City Council schemes, including the renaissance of the Victorian Market Hall and Guildhall Theatre, as well as demolishing the derelict assembly rooms and going to market on potential uses for that key site. We also wanted to think about the types of schemes we would need to attract to repurpose the city centre itself, supporting business startup and growth in spaces previously dominated by retail. This includes our City Maker, Ascend and Demonstrator projects. Customers are telling us that they want the city centre of the future to be greener, with public spaces, to use the river and water more effectively, to clean up gateways, improve public transport and better curate the city centre experience. 6 of the projects in the prospectus address this directly, and we have already submitted business cases to government for much of it. One project we are especially excited about is the University of Derby's ambition to create a new business school and possible other campus investments, bringing this growing institution into the heart of our city. Outside the centre, we've been successful in attracting the largest inward investment since that of Toyota a quarter of a century ago, that of Smart Park. This £300 million food technology campus will bring 4,500 jobs into a major brownfield site on the city's east side, and we have already secured £12 million from the government to pump prime this major investment. Infinity Park Derby remains our most significant greenfield employment site, adjacent to the Rolls-Royce Civil Aerospace campus, and this, plus the South Derby Growth Zone, will host thousands of new jobs and housing dwellings over the next decade. The investment opportunities here are vast. So, in conclusion, we lay out before you our menu. These are not pipe dreams They are genuinely transformational schemes to invest in Derby. They all seek a public-private funding mix. They have the support of our broader partnership, and they are rooted in the reality of our post-COVID economy and challenges. In Derby, we have always been both innovative and pragmatic. It's why Derby was the home of the world's first factory 300 years ago, but also why we are now the home of companies such as Rolls-Royce today. We want to move on, to diversify, to welcome new people, new companies and new investors to our city. I'm here to say that Derby City Council, together with our partners, is committed to delivering our ambitions for the benefit of all of our communities. Thank you, and here is a second viewing of the film.